And it's a lack of accountability with managerial folks, because your job is supposed to be run the company. It's supposed to be to run the company effectively. It's supposed to be efficient. And when you overhire, you didn't do your job. So you should also get laid off.
Mm.
And there should be punishment for that. This idea that you get the next quarterly bonus because you laid off there shouldn't be any bonuses for 2 years, and there should be a penalty. And there's a big caveat here where the whole point of a layoff is supposed to be if a business line changes, massive disruption in the economy, all of a sudden we have flying cars and automotive driving is no longer a thing. So you have to lay off all the tire people because we don't have tires anymore. I'm not saying you should have to keep people employed for the sake of employment, but a lot of these companies, not all of them, but a lot of them have jobs open. And instead of retraining people or moving people that are already familiar with your company, who already know what's going on in the company, who already have the relationships, you just cast them out.
Mm.
And there are instances where you want new people and you want new ideas for sure, but the AI is going to take over everyone's job. Then why are you still hiring for engineers? Why are you still hiring marketers? But you just laid off half the marketing team.
Yeah.
It's not honest, right? And there's reasons that people are getting laid off. Maybe they suck more realistically and much more likely. Hey,
you can't fire a bunch of people and say they all suck.
not everyone is a high performer, right?
Yeah.
You should be fired if you're not performing where you need to be performing. You get fired. And you shouldn't just be fired overnight. Like, the company needs to work with you to try to help you get better.
Yeah,
and anyone who employs people knows that you want to invest in your employees and make them better. You hired them in the first place. So that whole thing is nutty to me, but it's just so dishonest. Okay, why do people get laid off? People suck. They're just bad. Massive economic shift. Change, reorganization is always my favorite excuse. When you reorganize, it should be intelligent. You should have a plan. We are moving from car tires to truck tires and no longer need as many people. We are moving from car tires to jet engines, and we need a whole new workforce now, right? But oftentimes we're going to lay off a bunch of people, and then anyone who's ever made it through one of these, then it's 6 months of constantly reshuffling and restructuring because there clearly was no plan, and everyone says there was a plan, but it's bullshit because you just end up trying a bunch of different things organizationally then to try to find the right fit. Not to say that you can nail it on the first time. If you're 10 levels of deviation from where you started or where you said you were going to be, then it's just bullshit anyway. But be honest about it. Restructurings, company just isn't doing well, and you had bad quarters, you made some mistakes, right? There isn't money to hire or keep people hired, and the company goes out of business unless you lay off people. Those always suck, and most people don't usually like them. But again, who's in charge of making those decisions for profitability and running the profits? Who then gets laid off? The people who are supposed to be doing the work, or most likely doing the best job that they can. And so I just want to acknowledge that. Again, I'm not anti-layoff. I'm anti-dishonest layoff. This AI laying off for AI's sake is just bullshit.
38.com. It's like the word create, but with a 3 instead of the C. As always, we encourage you to listen, watch, do. We'll see you next time. You can support this podcast at patreon.com/38 or at ko-fi.com/38. Thanks for listening.